37 days away from Christmas. I'm going to show you an update on Santa Claus build and a new one that hit the line and give you some updates over here. So if you are looking for the ultimate Christmas and you want to do a surprise for your family and get a deposit on our schedule and then unveil it on Christmas Day and have your family help you pick out all the colors and options, we can help you. Shoot us a text or give us a call and we will walk you through that process. Okay, so check this out here. If you are an Alabama fan or you like red wine, we've got something for you. This right here is a fresh build that just hit the line, and I'm going to pull my notes up and I'm also going to show you a sneak peek here, the Santa Claus build. Very, very cool. And give me 1 second here. Check out the front of that truck. Okay. All right, let's make our way down here. This right here is Don and Curtis. Don and Curtis are big Alabama fans. So they went with Royal Crimson Metallic. Custom paint to sample color. How cool is this for the ultimate Roll Tide Bama fan right here? Color we've never done before. Paint to sample. And we can do any paint color imaginable. You can choose. So we offer 30 great paint colors, but if you want something custom that matches something that is near and dear to you, you can send it to us and we can shoot and copy and duplicate and mix any paint color you want. How cool is that? So Don and Curtis is going to go out to Florida and it's on the line. You're going to get to watch this beautiful truck roll tide. Sorry, I had to. Down the line. And you will watch it come to life. So very, very excited for you guys. Yeah, how cool is this? Take this to game day, game over. People will be throwing money at you. Amazing. And I believe the interior is black rock, which is like a really beautiful black distressed leather. Can't wait to see this come together. By tomorrow, which is Wednesday, you'll see it in Station 2 after all of our quality checks. All of our quality checks are done against our standard operating procedures right here. And so we have SOPs for every single step in the entire process, documented with detailed work instructions and specifications for everything. And therefore, when we build the product, it's not a guess, it's not done by memory, it's not done by feel. We know exactly what good looks like. And our team members, they want to get 100% perfect score every time. And then our line leads and our quality engineers come in to check. If it is a 100%, we move it forward. If it is not, it does not move forward. So that is the process behind the people that allows us to build quality and build on time, because every single step in the entire process also has takt time, which breaks down exactly how long every step takes, how long every build takes, how long every station takes, and it can give us a very accurate guesstimate on how long it will take. This is not like one of those things where we give you like a really broad estimate. We are at a point now where every day the builds move forward, and barring anything completely unforeseen, it is going to deliver on time, which means if you're trying to plan a surprise, a wedding anniversary, a birthday gift, graduation, Christmas, whatever it is you have, the timing of it, we understand, is very, very important. And to get timing down like that, you have to have process. You have to have people that are willing to do whatever it takes in the event that the process isn't perfect. And that's what we do. No matter what it is we have to do, our team gets together and we ensure that it is perfect and on-time delivery. So, all right, speaking of on-time delivery, this one's going to be early. And this one is for Nicholas, who lives at the North Pole and is very, very busy around this time of year, especially on Christmas Eve. But this is what he will be driving the other 364 days of the year when he's not delivering presents. All right, so I'm gonna show you this build because I think it's really, really cool. So check out the color on this. It's a 1-of-1, a very beautiful Santa Claus red. It has a raven black grille. And check out the interior here. Going to walk you through this truck. And by the way, should we do a giveaway? If you're watching at home, drop a note in the comments. Not only do we want to do a giveaway, there's many ways to do it. So if you have an idea on how we can give away one of these beautiful modern classic trucks, drop a comment below and we will be reading them. And I can give you a hint, because there's a lot of ways to do giveaways. But if you can help us in some way, shape, or form, then doing a giveaway would be really easy. And that could be many, many different ways. So open to your ideas. While we're sitting back here, check this out. Absolutely gorgeous color. Check out the matching red stitching. And all of these details down to the thread is absolutely gorgeous. So Santa Claus went with the teak wood. Check out the little details there, where even your little strap to lift up your concealed cover here, that is a cooler with a drain plug for after Santa Claus is done. You can throw some beers in there, not while he's driving, of course. And then you got your teak wood right here and the little details that matter. And I'll walk you through this whole truck here because I'm super excited about all of the little details here. So check this out. Even Santa Claus needs safety features here. So he's got 6 airbags, FMVSS compliant, crash tested for Santa Claus as well. 50 states emissions legal, and probably North Pole legal as well. We haven't tested it there, but we're pretty sure it'll pass. And all of these stunning details right here. Woven leather in black. And it is an absolute piece of art. Can you imagine driving this thing? So beautiful. I think the last time we did a woven black leather insert was probably for Kevin Hart's one-on-one build. And this one here, though, has all of your deviated stitching in red, all of these details on your headrest, and then Alcantara in black wrapped around the entire roll bar, which is also where your side curtain airbags are. So check that out. Safety matters. Restorations and Restomods do not have airbags. And the way we're able to achieve that is that we're not trying to make an old car more modern. We tried that. We did, I think, an excellent job. However, there were limitations. You can't put airbags into old cars, into restorations, into aftermarket vehicles. And so what we did instead was we took a modern 2025 chassis. Therefore, you have, it passes emission standards. We crash tested the vehicle, front, side, and rear. And we did FMVSS compliance. Again, something you will never find in a restoration or a Restomod. And in this particular one, there are black accents. You've got your raven black roll bar. And this will be a vehicle that we use for content and promotion, but it'll be for sale. So if you want to snag this from Santa Claus, and this is your vibe, Napa black leather, all of these details in the stitching, woven leather inserts. Look at that. Looks like carbon fiber. Super nice. Check out the console right here. I say this every time. I'm going to keep this. Never mind. It's not for sale. You can't buy it. No, I'm kidding. All right, here we go. 6 airbags, right? So airbag right here for Mrs. Claus. You got your side curtain airbags right here on the passenger side. You got airbag in your steering wheel, front passenger, one in each of the front seats, which is your seat mounted side impact airbag. If you get hit on the side, you're definitely going to want this. And then for the elves back here, in case they're riding along and they're not in the sleigh, you have your side curtain airbags that run the whole side of the vehicle from your A pillar all the way down to the end. And then back here, in case the elves are sitting in booster seats or car seats, there are latch hooks so you can tether in your car seat or your booster seat, and you've got the other part right there. This will give Mrs. Claus lots of confidence that you're not in an old car that's going to break down with reliability issues. And most importantly, she's going to feel good about putting the elves, aka kids, into the vehicle. Look at that. This is just absolutely sick. One of one edition. One of one edition means we'll never make this again. It'll be literally the only one on the planet with this exact spec. You buy this, you will have a one of one vehicle. And then you want to see something really cool? Bad Santa has black stripes. Check that out. So to go along with the Raven Black grille, we did our vintage stripe in matte black. This is Santa Claus with a bad attitude. Wait until you see how this turns out. And by the way, we offer now black stripes. So if you like this look and you like black trim, but you don't want the vintage stripes in the classic style, check that out. Matte black, just mean. Wait until this thing's put together, and you will see it all over our social media. And then we're going to save it, and you can buy this and we will deliver it guaranteed before Christmas. So if this is your vibe and you want us to convince Santa Claus, then let us know. But this right here, every single option, Focal audio, Santa likes music, 10-inch JL sub, teakwood floor. You've got your Fox factory upgraded coilover suspension, adjustable, and you've got your one of one Napa black leather interior, woven inserts, deviated body matching stitching, and right here, of course, most importantly for your family, you've got your 6 airbags, including the most important one for the driver. It's going to be right here. All of that stitching running all throughout. Check that out. Damn. Reminds me of my Ferrari 458 Italia, which I really loved. It had black interior, black exterior, red stitching. I think mine had red seat belts, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea. And then, of course, right here, for your convenience, cruise control, hands-free calling with a noise-canceling microphone, all factory, so it's not like aftermarket where it barely works. And you can control Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all your music, all your functions right here, and that'll all show up on your 12-inch touch screen navigation. And then check out the thread and the detail, just stunning. And this right here is not plastic. This is billet aluminum, a very, very large block of billet aluminum put on a CNC machine and then powder coated black. All these pieces of hardware, very high quality billet aluminum and powder coated black as well. All right, let's see if I can put this on with one hand. Probably not. Okay, there we go. All right, so it will be for sale and it will deliver guaranteed right before Christmas. So if you're looking for the ultimate present for your family and you don't want to wait and you want to just open the garage and show them, then here you have it. All right, and damn, look how nice that looks. That just looks so good. Okay, and if you can't tell, we never get tired of seeing these, which I think is really important, because if you don't love what you're building, you don't love your product, you don't love your brand, you don't love what you stand for and all your people and the meticulousness, it really doesn't work. So, hey Jordan, how are you? How you doing, man?
All right.
Good, good. Did you see the Santa Claus build?
The Santa Claus?
Yeah, the red and black one up there on the line. Oh, you have to go take a peek. You haven't seen it?
I saw it when it came through. I wouldn't have thought it was called the Santa Claus build, though.
Well, we built it, and it's the bad Santa build because it's got a bad attitude. It has a black grill, black stripes, black interior. Yeah, yeah. And we're gonna sell it and deliver it right before Christmas to some lucky person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand it.
Yeah.
I started thinking, I'm like, I would have figured at least maybe a white interior with the black. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Believe me, it crossed our minds to do a white interior, white everything, and we were like, well, we got to sell it after Christmas, so it might be kind of hard.
That might be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then there's a beautiful crimson tide Alabama one right behind it. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I noticed that one.
Yeah.
I started working on the interior for that one.
Okay.
So that one, I actually do like the color. But both of them, I like the concept of it as well.
Yeah.
So it's like we look at it and we always try to think, especially when it comes down to just talking, we look at the master build a little bit and we're like,
yeah,
what are the colors coming up to see what build we actually like? And those are the two right there that I'm like, I like those a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So those two right there got a real nice touch to it.
Very cool. Something unique and different.
Exactly.
There we go.
We kind of see the same colors come through here a lot, so we're like, when it's a different color coming through, or even one of the newer colors, that's when we kind of look out for it.
Awesome. Cool, man. Appreciate your input, and keep up the good work.
Yep. Have a good one.
We're going to take a look here at the black rock interior that is going in that crimson build right there. So check this out. Black rock interior, diamond stitching. That's going to look so good. That'll be in the vehicle tomorrow. A little sneak peek. Take a look at that steering wheel. Can't wait. All right, we'll keep going here. And this is our sub-assembly area where we are going through prepping parts, and we're actually ahead of schedule, which, if you're being honest, in building, that never happens. So now think about what it is you do, and if you're in any way, shape, or form connected to manufacturing, you know how hard and rare it is to be on time. And so, especially in the building of vehicles, super rare. And as I showed you before, it really has a lot to do with, obviously, great people. Great process is a big part of it, because then you're not guessing, right? This right here is midnight blue. Midnight blue. This is Patrick's midnight blue. Patrick, if you're watching, this right here is your truck, which is about to go into alignment, and we're prepping the vehicle for test miles. And so all of this will be taped up, and we'll have everything protected once it is aligned, which is it's in line right now for this truck to be aligned. It'll hit test miles, and then yours will be on the road going through a rigorous amount of testing. All the testing is data driven and recorded. None of it is by memory or feel. And I still can't get over the Michigan yellow theme here. So Patrick, his son played football at the University of Michigan. He wanted something kind of blue, something kind of yellow, and a little bit of black. So very excited for you. And I don't know if you plan on driving this in Ann Arbor, but you will be the absolute most popular person on game day come football season. So very cool. In fact, if it's right here, it should be into inspection station down the line. You are not far from completion, so get excited about that. All right, let us move over here. I'm going all out of order here, so I can't tell you exactly whose build is whose. So if I get it wrong, please forgive me here. This one right here is Dean's Brittany blue ball glove interior with woven tuxedo. Dean, your truck is absolutely stunning, and take a look at how beautiful that interior is. Dean went with Brittany blue on the dash, ball glove brown for the leather. He went with the tuxedo woven inserts. You can do that in the same color as the leather on the outer, or you can go black and white if you like that contrast. He went with the Wimbledon white trim, which means door handles, hinges, emblems, mirrors, all of that is Wimbledon white, including your bumper and all of your hardware out here. So really classic look, and the color combination together is just stunning. I mean, you see this out in public, you're going to do a double take at it. And then all these little details, which I love. One single heavy block of space grade aluminum on a CNC machine down to the exact, so bright you can't even see it. And then you look inside and you're like, look at that wood back there. And if you are into boating, boy, there's nothing better than stepping or sitting on the teak wood of your modern classic, and it smells really nice. And you got all these leather details, including Dean went with the upgraded premium Focal audio sound system, has a 10-inch JL subwoofer, highly recommend that. And then look at all the stitching details under the lights. Super excited for you, Dean. All right, so what would you put back here other than ice? You've got room, I don't know, it's probably about maybe 24 inches by about maybe 6 inches. And then you've got this teak cover here. And this tailgate is rated for 500 pounds. And so one of the things I really love is the way that sounds. American-made steel, entire body, brand new steel, no rust, not made overseas, made in Detroit, stamped in Detroit, to the highest level of quality, to where all of your lines and all of your gaps and all the body lines that come together are completely flush, completely even, and we are absolutely maniacal about the quality. And this is how we are just with the lines and the gaps, right? You can imagine what it's like when we assemble the vehicle. Every little detail we obsess over. There's no better word for it. And what's really awesome is I've always been OCD and I've always been obsessive about things, but now we have a whole team, a team of 130 people who call this place home, and they are also obsessive about it. And so it's team OCD, going through all the details mechanically, cosmetically, fit and finish, everything. It's got to be perfect. And we know what our customers want. And so Dean cannot wait. Looks like she's in final detail, which means very soon it'll be prepped for delivery, and our team will coordinate with you on when that'll arrive. But looks like it should happen soon. So congratulations, Dean. Definitely drop us a video or some pictures. We always love to hear initial reactions of friends, family, your kids. It really makes our day. And lately, the reviews that we've been getting on Google from our customers, so awesome. And it means the world to us, honestly. It's like that actually is more exciting to us than just selling a car or delivering a car, but just hearing how much our clients love the vehicle. So Dean, she is almost done and heading your way, so get excited. All right, let us zip on over here. What's going on, Bo? There's Bo in procurement. There's Nathan. This is our inspection team. They are home for the day. And this right here. What's going on, Justin? How are you? Good. Good. Justin's in warranty. He has nothing to do because there's no warranty. He's like the Maytag man. You know what the Maytag man is? You have to be a little bit older to know that, but ask your parents if you're not sure. What is a Maytag man commercials like in the 80s and 90s? The Maytag man, he was in charge of fixing all the Maytag appliances, but nothing was ever broken, so the guy was just bored all the time. That's Justin. But seriously, if there is warranty, which we are very sensitive to, after delivery, we jump on a plane with our own people, full-time, certified technicians, experts. We don't outsource it. We don't make you wait. We don't make you go anywhere. And we certainly don't make you pay for it, that's for sure. Because if this vehicle, which is a $250,000 base price, isn't perfect, that's on us. And I don't know how else to think about it but that way. And so anyway, that's Justin, and we have an excellent warranty team. We've been warranting our vehicles, including the restorations at Restomods that way, since we started the company. So that's a whole, different ball game. Those were a lot more quirky when it comes to custom-built aftermarket quirks than this vehicle, because this is built on a modern 2025 chassis. Big difference. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going here. This right here is Mallard Green, and this Mallard Green truck just came back from test miles. And I'm trying to pull up the notes here. I've got 2 phones, 2 pairs of gloves, and I don't believe I'm going to be able to pull this up. So if our team wants to help me, then let me know whose Mallard Green truck this is. So this one right here, 3194, is Mallard Green with ball glove interior, Mallard Green dash, Wimbledon white though on the roll bars, and the roll bars are fully functional and tied to the chassis. They actually are called roll bars because in the event of the vehicle rolling, it is tied to the chassis, to the frame, and has been tested. And we used to do restomods and restorations, and we couldn't call it a roll bar. It was called a sport cage because technically it wasn't tied to the chassis. And I can tell you, most restorations and most restomods, the roll bars are not tied to the chassis, hence sport cage. This though, true roll bar tied to the frame. I'll show you what that looks like underneath. And in the event of a rollover, you're going to want a functional roll bar. Trust me, not a decorative one. And it has roll sensor as well, stability control as well, a wider track width, not narrow, and a longer wheelbase. All these things matter because my guess is if you spend 250 grand on a vehicle like this and it looks this good and it's this nice inside and has all your modern technology and all your modern creature comforts, you're gonna wanna drive it. And if you have kids, they're gonna want you to drive it. And if they're of the driving age, maybe they'll get to drive it. I always let my kids drive my expensive cars. I never cared. And if you have grandkids, they're gonna be so excited to see the grandparents because grandparents have the cool car, and on a nice day, safari top, music going, and you got your car seats tethered in the back to your latch system, you're gonna wanna drive it, and you can drive it. And that, to me, that is very, very important to us because I originally started this company just trying to fix my old Bronco. And the fact that I couldn't drive it because it was always broken, always in repair, always having issues, and even when it was working, it drove so painfully hard and stiff and loose and scary that I didn't actually really want to drive it. And so everything you see here in the DNA of the company started with solving my own problem. And that problem was I bought an old car. And that old car has so many problems, and I had had so many nice cars, I just couldn't deal with it. And so, you know, it really just went from fixing my old car to doing restoration, learning the business, getting better, then fielding this amazing team of artists and engineers and very capable, passion-driven people. We built this factory 4 years ago and built people, process, parts, and all of it was driven by one simple question. How do we make it better? How do we make it better? And by asking that every day, we constantly are pushing the envelope on innovation, safety, and comfort and luxury for something that was never safe or luxurious or comfortable to start with, which is old trucks. And so building this on a modern car chassis was step one, because when you do that, you alleviate all the, it drives really hard and loose, and so you get independent front suspension, you get a 100.4 inch wheelbase, you want a longer wheelbase, trust me, and you get a wider track width. And then you get things like your safety features, crumple zones, side impact beams, or 6 airbags, roll sensor, stability control, pre-collision assist with emergency braking, backup camera, parking sensors. There's a lot here. It's a 2025 vehicle. You're not gonna have to give up anything. And if anything, you're gonna give up driving your Range Rover and your G-Wagon because it's gonna feel pretty basic. I'm just telling you, I have both of them and I love them. But if it is a nice day, or if it's not a nice day, by the way, we'll talk about that. And I just want to go somewhere. This right here, how would you not want to drive this? And everywhere you go, you will make a lot of friends. A lot of people will smile and wave at you and give you a thumbs up and ask you what year it is. And they're just going to look at you and go, damn, you have style. Seriously. Because they make a lot of Range Rovers and they make a lot of G-Wagons. And if you live in Miami or LA or a big city, they're everywhere. And so maybe you decide instead of the 550, you get the G63, but in Miami, they're everywhere. And so then maybe you get the Brabus 4x4 squared, but then nobody knows what that is. And you look, I don't know, you look like a influencer in Miami selling a course. All right, I said it. Maybe you have a Lamborghini Urus. Great car too. But those are also mass produced. I'm going to tell you something. I'll give you a comparison so you get an idea of how rare these vehicles are. They're all hand built, only by us. It is the only fully modernized classic in the world. What we mean by that is that it's not a restoration or a restomod. This right here is a custom-built vehicle on a 2025 chassis, all brand new body, our classic-inspired interpretation of what a classic car should be in today's world, in 2025. So wider, longer, bigger, safer, drives like a normal car. And then when it comes to luxury, I can tell you that it's not a coincidence that the details inside of our vehicle are either on par, equal to, or better than what you'd find in a G-Wagon or a Range Rover or Urus. Because in my garage, I had my G-Wagon, Range Rover, and Urus, and I said, I don't want our vehicle to be as good. I want it to be better than. That means I don't want any plastic. Every surface should be hand wrapped in leather or Alcantara, and then we'll use the most expensive, nicest material. So this right here, you can't tell, but it's definitely not plastic. That is a piece of billet aluminum. This right here, all billet aluminum hardware. You've got your window crank that looks vintage, but actually powers your windows. And no, you're not gonna break it off. I promise you, we test everything with our engineers rigorously. And in this window test, we do that like 1,000 times on a machine, so we know. And then that right there, your drunk uncle, unless he's a Hulk, it's not coming off. All right, if he is a Hulk, then maybe it'll come off, but we haven't tried that yet. And then of course, little details that will remind you of your Hermes Louis Vuitton handbag. I bought a bunch of those for my wife, and so when we're building the car, we're like, hell, why don't we just go ahead and make it like a big, luxurious piece of luggage? And it smells really good. And I would say that's probably one of the most common things that our clients tell us when they go for a test drive, is that, wow, it just smells so good. And all these details, no expense spared. All of it hand-stitched. None of it is done with automation. And then I'll show you the amount of Alcantara, which is like a suede-like material. So all of this right here is leather wrapped. And then right here begins the Alcantara. This is your A-pillar side airbag that runs all the way down to the rear. The entire roll bar wrapped in Alcantara, why not? And even your visors. I think I checked my G-Wagon and Range Rover, those were not Alcantara. And so you can see how we thought about this. We did not try to make it the least expensive it could be. I'm pretty sure that when manufacturers, especially owned by publicly traded companies, private equity, they're all concerned about EBITDA and margin and things like that. And it's not that we don't care about that, but it's not our top priority, nor do we optimize for it. We optimize for the very best, regardless of where it is, what we have to do, how expensive it is, how long it takes, it doesn't matter. I'll give you an example, like these bumpers right here, they are made not in China, they're made in Detroit. Far more expensive to buy steel in the US than it is in Asia. So we bought it here, and after we're done stamping the steel, this is not like an off-the-shelf product. You can't even buy this. We designed this to match and fit our fully modernized classic, and then we send all these parts to Detroit from Atlanta to be chromed. So this right here we make in Atlanta on a CNC machine. It is an absolute piece of art, like a sculpture. Take a look at that. We went through so many iterations, and we wanted the vehicle to not only look classic, but when you touch that handle and you don't feel plastic. My AMG G-Wagon G63, plastic. My Range Rover, plastic. Lamborghini Urus, plastic. Go in your garage. No matter what car you grab, pretty much, that handle's gonna be plastic. We want you to feel every bit of that classic feel. However, when you open it, you've got your modern creature comforts and your modern luxury. Oh, and by the way, when you shut the door, it'll make you smile because listen to the sound. That is the sound of brand new American-made steel. Again, could have done it in China, could have done it in Taiwan, would have been way cheaper. We just didn't want to do that. We wanted this classic-inspired vehicle to be every bit of the quality that you'd expect at this price point, and to match the vibe. Because why plastic door handles for a classic car? And even engineering a vintage window crank inside. And then these little details I love. And I remember going through all these details. I was like, yep, doesn't matter. Wrap it all, leather. I want it to feel like a purse, you know? So if you have really nice purses, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And to get this level, forget about just the amount of leather. To be able to do it by hand and get this straight and perfect every time, it is very difficult to do. Real artists, real craftsmanship, and a real love. You cannot make people do this. They have to love it. And our people, they love it. They know what they're doing. They know what good looks like. They know what the end result should be. When you get inside your car for the first time, you will smile and go, damn, these guys are beep good. Because that's really what we wanted it to be. We didn't want our customers to be happy. We wanted to exceed expectations. And so there you have it. Ball glove, mallard green, power steps, FMVSS compliant, crash tested, front, side, and rear. All the airbags we tested. And yes, we put it through the process just to ensure that if this airbag ever had to blow, and we did all of this work, that was still compliant. Hence, Federal Vehicle Motor Safety Standards. Compliant. Very important. And then you have your airbags, of course. I'll give you that peace of mind. So, mallard green, tan soft top, beautiful sound, power steps, upgraded Fox suspension. You have the forged, these are forged aluminum wheels. So 17-inch forged. That means they are made in a way that is super lightweight and high quality. It weighs only 20 pounds. So again, these are the details that no Restamas rolling around with 17-inch forged wheels. Those are like 10 grand a set. And the whole goal is keep it looking classic though, but give it the highest quality. And you can get these in polished, black, white, and we have a new 17-inch forged wheel that I'll show you that we just made as well. All right, so let's go ahead and shut this here. And this right here, if you've watched the lives before, maybe you know, but do you know why this license plate cover and that license plate frame, why does it do that? Is anyone watching, can anyone tell me why this frame goes up? And there's a funny story behind this, which always kind of makes me laugh. So check this out. Back in the day, apparently, in the 60s, 70s, you know, before rules and laws and before you even had seat belts, probably, definitely before you had airbags, kids just kind of did whatever, right? And so back here, people would ride their truck with the tailgate open. And it kind of cracks me up because no one's concerned about safety or seat belts or kids falling off the back, but one thing they were concerned about was, you know what? We got to be able to see the license plate. So check this out. While you have your tailgate open and your kids hanging out the back without seatbelts on, driving through a field in the 60s and 70s, don't worry, because in case somebody pulls up, you still have your license plate shown. And then, of course, when you're not breaking the law, you can put that back. There you go. All right, now you know. So there's your fun fact. Now, you see somebody with an old car or an old Bronco on the street, quiz them and say, hey, do you know what this is for? Do you know why that flips up? And they'll probably be like, no, I had no idea. And now you can tell them. There you go. All right. So mallard green, going through inspection, just came back from test miles, and we'll be moving into this station right here. And once you're here, you're getting really close, which is pretty exciting. So this right here is Brittany blue. Pull my notes up here. And Brittany blue, 3193. This is Scott and Cindy's Brittany blue with ball glove interior. So Scott and Cindy, if you're watching, your beautiful truck just went through another round of inspection after test miles, is now into our rework area where our expert team comes together and will knock out anything that did not pass inspection. It's got to be 100% before we put it into final detail over here. And so this truck has the Wimbledon white grille, Wimbledon white trim, looks like Wimbledon white on the soft top, and I'll show you how that works. Body matching roll bar, body matching dashboard, and also went with the teak wood, very popular upgrade, and excellent job. You went with the Focal audio system with the 10-inch JL sub. Love that. All right, so after today, you will see this truck go into final detail, and that's where we have 3 of our master detailers, 8 hours a piece, go through the entire truck, get it perfect, and then our leads from production, quality, engineering, operations, management will come in for final sign-off. So Scott and Cindy getting really close. Cannot wait for tomorrow. And today, Holly's Love Shack pink, stunning truck here, is just about wrapping up final detail. I mean, it's hard to see because it's so, I don't know what's going on with the glare today, but it is so shiny and just stunning. We've got 2 sets of lights here. You can see you got the white lights right here that'll illuminate the whole truck, and then you got the yellow lights that simulate sunshine, and that just allows us to get every single detail exposed, and our team does an excellent job with the detail, as good at, I mean, better than any team I've ever seen. And they have also standard operating procedures that they go by as well. And here we're catching Juan and Brian and Jay in the wild. This is in their natural habitat. They don't know we're here. Have you seen that guy, Brian, on Instagram? Like, he'll go out in the Amazon and like find snakes and stuff.
Just pick them up.
Yeah.
That dude's an animal. That guy's an animal, man.
Yeah, right. That's what this reminds me of. And here's Brian. He doesn't know we're here. We're just gonna sneak up on him.
Pick him up.
Yeah.
Take him up.
Brian is a very rare breed. He's got a great attitude, amazing work ethic. Very few people like him. You'll rarely ever find guys like this. And here's Juan over here, also in the wild, shooting Brian, shooting me. Someone should be shooting me, shooting Brian, shooting him. How amazing would that be? God. All right, how's she look?
Oh, amazing, immaculate.
Yeah.
I love it.
So good, man. And this interior, so, look at this pink. So this is Love Shack Pink, Love Shack Fancy 1. So a couple years ago, we built a Love Shack Fancy collaboration, and that thing got hundreds and millions of views virally. And it was such a big deal. Everywhere we went, we drove it in the Hamptons, we drove it in Palm Beach, we drove it in Beverly Hills, we took it everywhere. And of course, Love Shack Fancy, the fashion brand founded by Beck, amazing entrepreneur, female entrepreneur, built Love Shack Fancy from nothing into what it is today. You should check it out. They do awesome work, great people as well. And we built Love Shack Fancy 2 this past summer. So this color, this paint color, is what we call Love Shack. And this client, Holly, went with a snow white leather interior. Check out the pink matching thread if you're bougie and you like something different and you're not basic and you're not scared to go out of the box. That would be Holly for you. And Holly, I believe she went with just about every upgrade here. You got your teak wood back there, you've got your premium sound system, and she went with the Wimbledon white for the accents, and went with Wimbledon white for the wheels. There's your upgraded coilover Fox suspension. Might I mess you up if I open the door?
No,
yeah, you sure? Okay, great. All right, so let's take a look inside and check out these stripes. These are custom stripes. So I don't know what's going on with the camera here, but it is very bright and washed out. Sorry about that. But these stripes right here, if you can see it, are pink. And so there are custom stripes. There's a lot of custom things we can do. And then check out the interior. I'm going to be really careful, even though I have gloves on. I don't want to touch anything, but just stunning. Check out that dash. I mean, if you love pink, seriously, who else makes a vehicle that is this rare, this unique, this special, and can pull it off too? I don't know. I'm a big G-Wagon guy, And I'm not afraid to do crazy things, but a pink G-Wagon, probably not going to happen unless it was classic looking. Stay tuned. What do I mean by that? All right, so this right here, snow white leather interior. Here's all your cruise control, hands-free calling, your dual zone climate control, USB A and C, and look at the leather work here. All these details. Custom armrest, and then check out the pop of pink in the back there. That's your cup holder. And then if I can zoom in on this very carefully, even your cup holder has stitching reminiscent of your super expensive handbag that you get every anniversary, birthday, Christmas, when he screws up, whatever. And of course, got to get the power steps. Very nice touch. And all of the door handles and hinges and emblems are Wimbledon white. So there's final detail for you, Holly. So we're going to do final inspection, and our team will come together. We'll get final sign off, and then we'll prep her for delivery. So really excited for you. You are absolutely going to love this. And I can tell you what it's like to drive this because I've driven our really pink trucks all over. And well, let's put it this way. If you're a shy person and you don't want to talk to anybody, you're not going to want to drive it. You might want to take your Range Rover or your G-Wagon because no one's going to bother you. But anyway, Holly, this is coming together very nicely. Excellent job on the specs, and can't wait to get it in your hands. All right, let's see here. What else we have? Let us zip on over here. And of course, we have our lineup here. This is Love Shack Fancy 2 right here. Check that out. About to get wrapped up. Custom floral interior, custom floral soft top, custom paint to sample paint. We can do anything really. So that, and then right behind it, classic color from the 1960s, cobalt blue. This is Stevens lifted on 35s with a 3.5-inch Fox coilover suspension. Steven, tomorrow is Thursday. Is today Tuesday? That's right, today's Tuesday. 2 days from now, Steven will be picking that up, and it'll be on live, and we'll take it for a drive. He'll be coming in to pick up the vehicle. And then, of course, this right here, this is your Twilight Jade. We just posted it today. If you want to see full pictures of this build inside and out, we just posted a carousel earlier this morning of this build that Jeff and his family spec'd out. And it is prepped and ready to deliver for your family, Jeff. And the name of it is Twilight Jade, which I think is absolutely stunning. And then right behind it is Post Oaks Root Beer Truck for sale, ready to ship to Houston. If you can intercept it and send wire ASAP, then you can have this before it even goes there. But if not, we'll send it to Houston. And Post Oak is our Rolls Royce, Bentley, Lotus, Bugatti partner out in Houston, Texas. And they do an excellent job. And they've got this macadamia metallic root beer is what we call it. It's got a snow white interior, every single option. Look at the paint on that. And that's for sale. So you can pick that up and be driving it like this weekend if you can move fast. Okay, right behind it, we just finished our light jade truck. And this is for sale. And that matching car cover, when we say it's matching, I don't mean it's just light jade. It means it has the vintage stripes, the chrome trim, all the same accents. So when you do a car cover with us, that car cover fits perfectly and matches your exact specs. This light jade truck is for sale. And while we're standing here, I'm going to explain to you while we have my old 1969 Ford Bronco and our Resta Mod version right there, modern restoration. This right here is a modern classic. And you're like, wait a minute. Well, how is this different? This is the difference right here. So that is a 2025 modern car chassis. Hold that thought for a minute. I love that this is sideways because this will make a lot of sense. And I bought this old restoration, old Ford Bronco, and immediately regretted it. Sorry if you're the guy that sold it to me. And it was supposedly restored, but everyone's definition of restored is very different. In this case, I have a high standard, and I've had really nice cars, and when I spend a lot of money, I expect a lot. Didn't get that. So I kept it, and we keep it here because if you ever want to drive an old 1969 original, traditionally restored Bronco, then you can drive it, and it'll be scary. It'll be loose, it'll be harsh, it'll be all over the road. The brakes don't work very well, and it has solid axles, which is great for off-roading, but you're probably not off-roading, honestly. And you have a 92-inch wheelbase, and right here I want to show you old restoration 92-inch wheelbase, drives harsh and loose on the road, very different from your modern vehicle. Modern restoration drives better than an old restoration, however, shares that same narrow track width, shares that same 92-inch short wheelbase. Cosmetically, though, our restorations and our Restomods, excellent quality. We've never had a problem with that. But what we did have a problem with was the feedback that our customers gave us. Beautiful looking car, love the fit and finish and the quality and the craftsmanship, and your people are so great and their service is so great, but can you make it drive better? And I have kids. Can we put airbags in it? And the answer to making it drive better was, well, you need a wider track width like this modern classic has, and instead of a 92-inch wheelbase, you need a longer wheelbase like this one right here, 100.4 inches. And so by changing the track width wider, by using independent front suspension, which is what you have on every modern car that you have at home in your garage if you're buying this car or looking at it or thinking about it, and a 100.4-inch wheelbase, the 8-inch difference in length between this wheelbase and those two makes a world of difference. But when you combine the longer wheelbase compared to this 92-inch wheelbase with a wider track width and independent front suspension, game over. Completely different vehicle. And when you drive a modern car, a Cadillac Escalade ESV, a Lamborghini Urus, a G-Wagon, a Range Rover, all those, you're going to want a longer wheelbase with a wider track width with independent front suspension. Or you're going to drop 250 grand on your car and then go, why does it drive like that? Well, it's not anything anyone did wrong. That's 1960s geometry, engineering, and design. And this right here is 2025. Say hi, Hannah. Hannah is one of our designers and concierge, and she is giving updates right now in real time. And Hannah, gonna put you on the spot here. How are you doing?
Okay, you want me to hold it?
Yeah.
I'm good. How are you?
What are you up to?
I am doing updates, like you said. This is the last one. Went through every vehicle in our factory today. So
awesome.
As soon as I get these pictures, we're gonna get some video and photo updates via text.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what do clients get when they purchase a custom build, and what kind of updates do you give them?
Yeah. So as soon as the donor chassis comes in house, we show you that. We show you the upgrades, like the sound deadening, and the Fox gets added. And then once the body panels are fitted on, then I go over to our paint facility. You'll see it as it gets painted and as it gets reassembled, and then it'll be home to you. That'll be your last picture like this, and then it'll get shipped on an enclosed trailer and home to you. So
how excited are the clients when they get close to the end?
Very excited.
Yeah?
So yes.
Cool. Any cool stories of recent deliveries that
The best one probably recently this week was Jim. He sent me a little video. I said, Jim, you look so happy. It makes me happy. And he goes, not only am I happy, you have me singing. And he sent me a little video in his new vintage of him singing to AJ, the Backstreet Boys. So that was a good one. So
awesome.
Thanks, Jim.
Very, very cool.
Yes.
Well, appreciate all your hard work. You do an excellent job.
Thank you.
And can't do it without you. So
well, thank you. Vice versa.
Awesome. Okay, well, there's Hannah, and if you place an order for a custom build, Hannah will help you spec out and design your build. And Hannah, what I was telling the buyers is that instead of doing one for Christmas, because we've already sold out of all our Christmas spots, they can do a reserve build and then surprise their family with it on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And then they get to design it and spec it out together as a family.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's even better.
Yeah.
And you make sure you really love it. So
Yeah, for sure. Awesome.
It gets to be even more customized.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I like that even better.
Very cool. Awesome, Hannah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, there's Hannah for you. And back to the custom building one with your family. I know it could be intimidating for you if you're not like a great designer or you don't know, what everyone's going to want, and it may be nerve-wracking to go pick one. We do surprises all the time. We do anniversary surprises, retirement, 16th birthday, bar mitzvahs, all kinds of stuff. And the designer's great because they can help you. But if you want your family involved, but you want it for Christmas, then you don't have to have it all done. You just need to reserve a spot before we sell out. And then you have a place in the queue. And then come Christmas Day, open up a surprise, and your family will be completely shocked. They're definitely not expecting to spec out a build together with you guys, and they get to pick all the options, all the colors, interior, exterior, all of the details, all the upgrades, wheels, trim, stripes, no stripes, top, and that's a fun thing to do together. And I can tell you, when your family is invested into a vehicle, it changes everything, because the day that thing arrives and you guys get to drive it, they're gonna wanna drive it, and you'll make all kinds of amazing memories and have cool experiences, and you can do it together. So highly recommend that. Since you waited too long and we sold out the Christmas spots, except the Santa Claus bill. So if you want that, let's talk. But anyway, so let's get back to the nuts and bolts and the underpinnings of the vehicle, because I think most people don't understand, right? All these trucks, Defender, Land Cruiser, old Broncos, Scouts, they all look good. They all look cool because they're kind of this old boxy utilitarian style. Most of them have this kind of round headlight, simple bumper, very boxy shape. What we did was, after restoration and decided it could be better, after Restomod and decided it could be better, we landed on this modern car platform. And this right here, this is everything. And I say your investment rides on it, but quite literally your life rides on this platform. So now, you don't have to be a rocket scientist or a car enthusiast, because none of our customers, except for one, is actually rocket scientists. And for the most part, they're actually not hardcore car enthusiasts. They just like cool things, that high quality product, and they want something safe, reliable, and they don't want to give up all their technology. They certainly don't want any problems, right? And so your investment and the people you and your family and your friends will be riding on, for a $250,000 base price, you're going to want the best. You don't want to start with 60-year-old technology, design, and engineering, unless you're a hardcore collector. I don't think you are. And therefore, if you want the best technology, the best design, the best modern engineering, you look no further than 2025. Because with every year, every 5 years, every decade, let alone 60 years of advancement since those guys back there, it gets better. And so we talk about that longer wheelbase, check. We talk about the independent front suspension, check. And then you have technology, things that you don't see and you hope you won't have to use, that is in the vehicle platform, in the chassis. So you have traction control and anti-lock brakes. You have stability control. You have different modes for snow, ice, slippery, off-road. You have shift on the fly, 4-wheel drive, so you can keep it in 2-wheel drive, and if you want to shift it on the fly, you hit a button, boom, it pops up. You don't have to get out on a cold day when it's 10, 20 degrees outside in the rain and you have to lock your hubs. You probably don't even know what that means. You don't even want to have to do that. Manual locking hubs, cool for 1960s nostalgia, but if you just want to drive it and you decide it's time to go to 4-wheel drive, hit the button and go, right? Things like that are the modern creature comforts we're used to, combined with modern safety features. So the pre-collision assist, that gives you the flash, the beep, the warning if somebody slams on their brakes, and it even will brake for you. That is all built into the chassis as well. And then of course the things that you can't see that you really are going to want are going to be your side impact beams, which Restomods and traditional restorations do not have. They're in the doors. You have crumple zones built into the frame, which is built intentionally to crumple around you and keep the passengers inside safe. Earlier, I told you that most of the roll bars, quote unquote roll bars in restorations, are actually sport cages. Are not actually roll bars, because in the event of a roll, for this to be structurally sound and protect the people inside, think worst case scenario, you roll, what do you want? Do you want 2025 technology, or do you want 1960s design? And in addition to that, this roll bar is tied to the frame, to the chassis, and tested as well. So all of that is built into the chassis. And then the most important things are the airbags, which I showed you in the finished vehicle. And in today's world, a lot of texting going on, a lot of distracted drivers, a lot of self-driving. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's out there a lot too. You want to protect yourself. And when you get in an accident, not if, because you can't control it, you're going to want crumple zones, side impact beams, functional roll bar. You're going to want 6 airbags, and you're going to want all the things that keep you out of trouble. If it's wet or you slam on the brakes, like your traction control, your anti-lock brakes, your stability control, your roll sensor, all things that you don't think about, but you have it in your modern car. You don't even need to have a fancy car to have that. Even today's basic 2025 cars have that. So this is a really great view, because underneath this beautiful, classic-inspired vehicle is this beautiful, modern-day engineering from 2025. And if you want the best of both worlds, and I never liked to settle, I always asked, why can't we have both? Why can't we have it all? Why can't that be done? I was probably very annoying to all my school teachers when I was growing up, because I always questioned, not to question authority, but just to ask, well, wouldn't that be better? Wouldn't doing that be better? And so as we were building restoration, as we built Restomod, in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, we don't have airbags, which I don't love. The car doesn't drive like a modern vehicle, but it drives better than old restoration. Okay, so I guess if you're just like, it's better than nothing, then it's good, right? And when we got to restoration and Restomod, especially Restomod, we pushed the envelope. We kept trying to make it better. And at the point that we realized, hey, what the customers really want is a classic looking vehicle with 0 problems, all the modern safety features, drive like a 2025, and then when it comes to luxury, don't make me feel like I have to settle or lower my standards, because if you can buy this $250,000 base price vehicle, you probably have some very nice cars in the garage. And the other thing we thought of was pillows, because people love the car so much, they want to sleep in it, so we put pillows in there. Blankets coming soon. All right, so snow white interior on this. There's your shift on the fly 4-wheel drive. Don't get out. Automatic or manual, and the manuals are becoming popular and they're rare. So if you want a manual, get your order in quickly before they sell out. Manual is a 7-speed manual, by the way. Really fun to drive, and not like an old truck. And of course, your airbags. So if you are the type that wants it all, you want to have your cake and eat it too, and you don't like to settle, and you've won in life, and if you're looking at one of these, it's because you've probably made some really good choices. You probably worked your butt off and you made things happen, and now you get to reward yourself. So choose wisely, because the money is not the issue. We know what you want. You want a high quality product, expert level craftsmanship. You want a luxurious interior and ride quality. You want all the technology, like your Apple CarPlay, premium stereo. You don't want it to smell bad or leak. And your wife doesn't want it to smell bad or leak either, because my wife didn't want it to smell bad or leak. That was the number one problem. Actually, that, no safety features, and it drove bad. And reliability. And here's the other thing. You want something that nobody else has, because you are not like anybody else. You're different. And therefore, having a rare, exclusive vehicle that nobody else has, that looks like nothing else on the road, that you can't just get anywhere, that's what you look for. And when we built this, I built it for myself, and I built it for my wife, and I built it for my kids. So if you have a similar story and you like really nice things, and you've spoiled yourself and your family with the best that money can buy, that was our goal, to give you everything. And in doing so, package it in a way that the exclusivity also gets checked. And I'll give you a comparison. GT3 RS, 2,500 units made globally, 2,500. And so our production numbers this year, we build one per day. One lucky person gets one of these shipped all around the world every day that we're here. It's a very small number. Even a GT3 RS, you're 10 times the volume. Say that out loud. 2,500 GT3 RSs globally. A fraction of those when it comes to this modern classic. So the chances that you'll see another one, highly unlikely. But if you do, it will not be the same spec. Highly, highly unlikely. And in a world where you can buy just about anything you want, you definitely want something that nobody else has. So you're 10 times more likely to run into a GT3 RS, which I like those, by the way. And they are pretty rare, but it just puts in perspective how rare this is. I wish I could put this car cover on for you right now. It is very, very cool. So that's a light jade, snow white interior, Wimbledon white accents, all the upgrades, and it's for sale. So today's Tuesday, 4:45. If you're on the live and you want to do what the last couple guys did, reach out to our team by text or you can call them, and you can buy this right now. We had last week and the week before on the live, wire transfer done, car's gone. So if you're not the type to wait, which you probably know yourself pretty well, then we have this light jade truck. This is going to Houston to our Post Oak Motor Cars dealer. And you could be driving it ASAP and you don't have to wait. Okay. All right, so if you're still hanging around and you want a custom build, then go on our configurator, which is vintagemodern.co, vintagemodern.co, and you can go to our configurator, build your own, and you can customize all your colors, and then shoot us a text, give us a call. Our team members are standing by. We're always on. You can talk to a real live person. It's not a bot, and they'll answer all your questions, walk you through the build process. We also offer financing. We also take trades. And if you want inventory, which does not last very long and rarely gets listed, the best bet is to text or call our team, and you can grab one of those. And we're extremely efficient with getting everything ready. So if you want it quickly, we can make that happen for you. And this build, Bad Santa, as we call it, is getting ready to get final preparation before we go into road testing. And then it'll be on the road. And you'll see a lot of Christmas content here coming up in this beautiful truck. Crimson Tide, Roll Tide, right behind it. Dang, that's beautiful. And look at this, right behind it. It's a hot ginger metallic. So that'll be entering assembly tomorrow, and we'll give you updates on that as well. So we're pretty busy here. Engineers having conversations about making things better. That's all we talk about. Oh, I'd like to end on this review. We'll do it right in front of Nick's build here. Okay. And when we say we do this out of passion, I really mean it. And I think that that's an important thing, especially when someone's building your car, because if they're building it with the goal of making money first, it's easy to take shortcuts. It's easy to protect margin. It's easy to think about profit. No, what is that going to cost? We don't think about that. And the reason why is because when you deliver a high quality product consistently and your customers are not just happy, but they're over the moon happy, good things happen. And the number of orders we've gotten through our existing customers simply just by driving it around, and then other people in their neighborhood, their friends, their family, country club, restaurant, carpool line, whatever it is, people at a red light just like, hey, where'd you get that? And you know, they'll say, oh yeah, I got it from Vintage, and they probably know who we are because we're very big on the internet. And then they'll say, do you recommend them? And that right there, that is everything. Because if you don't deliver perfection and on time, you don't deliver a great service, you're not going to get that endorsement. You don't get that endorsement, you're not going to get the massive multiplier that we get from our customers. And so this review here that came from Colin, I just want to say thank you so much. Colin references the details, the engine, the leather, the sound, people stopping him everywhere. I love this part. This is the part that we all got excited about. You can tell the guys and girls over there put their heart into this build, worth every penny and then some. If you want a ride that turns heads and makes you smile every time you start it, this is it. Colin, thank you so much for that. We know exactly how you feel. It means the world to us and our team. And quite frankly, we get way more excited about the 5-star reviews, the pictures, the videos, the stories that our clients tell us after they get them delivered than anything else. To us, that's why we do what we do. So I hope you are enjoying that beautiful midnight blue truck, and congratulations on your success. You're driving one of these, you did something very, very well. And my guess is you worked your butt off and grinded away, and then it's work hard, play hard. So congrats, Colin. Really appreciate the kind words. It means a lot to us. And yes, a lot of men and women poured their blood, sweat, and tears into it. And we appreciate the business. We appreciate you putting your confidence in our brand and our team. And we're so happy that you love it, because that's why we do it. And I can't even say that without smiling, because it's really why I started this company. So, all right. If you want to reach out to us, shoot us a text or give us a call. Go to our website, vintagemodern.co. We'll be back tomorrow, give you an update on the builds, Santa Claus, Crimson Tide, and the hot ginger metallic that just showed up. I hope you guys have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.